How many cases you guys had?
Cases?
My name is Ed Warren, here with my wife Lorraine.
Maybe 1,000. Every case is different. Every family's different.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, we are taking a look at what might be the final chapter in the Conjuring saga, or maybe just the final spooky adventure with Ed and Lorraine Warren in The Conjuring: Last Rites. The year is 1986, and the Smurl family in Pennsylvania are experiencing dangerous supernatural occurrences, sightings of demonic faces, being forced from your bed and choked, even vomiting glass. With no end clearly in sight and no one able to help, they have no choice but to turn to the assistance of Ed and Lorraine Warren, the acclaimed paranormal investigators. However, upon arrival, they soon discover that they should have remained retired, as this demon is perhaps their most sinister yet and isn't just a danger to the pair, but also to the Warrens' family as well. I think now is the right time for the Conjuring franchise to come to a close. It had a good run. It started out incredibly strong. I think The Conjuring is one of the top modern day horror movies. We've now had 4 installments into the main series, and then we've got a whole load of spin-offs. Some of them successful, most of them not. And audiences, I think they're starting to lose interest in this. Or, at least I thought they were, because now the film is out and it is topping box office results. It is one of the highest grossing horror movies of all time. So we're not taking this train off the tracks anymore. We are pumping the gas, baby. Hollywood, we're going to keep churning these suckers out for a long time now. Nevertheless, Last Rites is framed, at least, to be a conclusion to Ed and Lorraine's story. As much as there are plenty of things that go bump in the night, much of this overstated 135-minute runtime is dedicated to Ed and Lorraine just going about their family business. They're reconnecting with their daughter Judy, who is grown now, and they're just having their own family dilemmas and dramas. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga reprise their roles one final time, and just as always, they are excellent, serving as the film's and the series' beating heart. Their love and devotion to each other is a testament to the real Warrens. It was also really nice to see Judy get a bit more of time in the main event, in the spotlight, and she's played very well by Mia Tomlinson. She's having to play scared and frightened quite a lot of the time, but the character of Judy quickly became quite an annoyance. Nothing to do with Tomlinson's performance, but mostly down to some pretty sloppy writing that does the character no favors at all. Let's face it, she is the daughter of the Warrens. She knows how the pie is made at this point, and yet in the third act, she's making silly decision after silly decision. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy that someone with her knowledge and her experience would be making these choices and these calls. The only reason that it's happening in the film is that we need something to move the story along, and that was the decision made. I think ultimately it's a massive disservice to her character. As for the Smells, things got off to a very strong start for them. Their initial hauntings and incidents were pretty creepy. Michael Chaves directs this film. He directed the previous Conjuring movie, The Devil Made Me Do It. That one being a little scattershot in its direction. I found that the film was desperately lacking focus. In the case of Last Rites, whenever the attention is focused on the Smells, it was really working for me. We get some fantastic tension-filled set pieces that, yes, we are utilizing the whole signposted jump scare nonsense that usually does my head in. In this instance, it's done quite well, so I'm willing to overlook it in this occasion. However, when the storylines between the Smells and the Warrens eventually collide, rather than there being just this eventual amalgamation between the two, the Smells are effectively evaporated from the film. They are barely featured, which again, I don't think was the right call. The Warrens end up taking over and it becomes their film and their fight, and that just that felt like the wrong call to me. Primarily because we've spent so long investing our time into the Smells, into their plight, and then they're just gone. Now, even though Last Rites did contain some pretty distressing moments that impressed me as a horror fan, it was in some of the payoffs to the scares where I felt the film really struggled to stick the landing. I'm talking specifically about the look of the demons, or there's multiple demons in this film. They were borderline laughable. They weren't scary in the least. I don't know whether it was bad makeup, bad performance, bad CG. It could have been a concoction of the three, but they looked terrible. Really, really quite atrocious. Despite some of my stronger negative impressions, I actually enjoyed my time watching The Conjuring Last Rites. As a curtain call to the Warrens, it's a totally serviceable farewell. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga really do embody all there is to love about these two characters, so I say that it is mostly down to them with how enjoyable the time spent with them is. If you're after some solid spooks, Last Rites has those too. It's admittedly a little sparser than previous entries, but if you're able to overlook the occasional mistake with the demon design, there are some solid examples of tension that will get your pulses racing. So I'm going to give The Conjuring Last Rites a 6.5 out of 10. Anyway, guys, those were my thoughts on The Conjuring Last Rites. Let me know, have you had a chance to see the film yet? What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And my question to you, if this is the end of the Conjuring saga, simple question for you. What is your favorite Conjuring movie? I'm opening this up to the main series, to the spin-offs. What's your favorite? But that's all the time we have for today, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.